The Nightbeat starts right now.
Heavy rain. Heavy rain and a little bit of hail for some of us tonight.
Yeah, meteorologist Adam Caskey joins us. And Adam, we just want to make it clear that this hail tonight, a lot of it wasn't damaging, right?
No, not damaging hail tonight. No, last night we did have some damaging hail south of town, and I'll show you that coming up in just a few minutes later in this newscast. But I want to go right to authority radar. Heavy batch of rain that moved through San Antonio is now east of Seguin toward Luling and Gonzales. Here's our next batch that's moving in as we speak. This is a line of heavy rainfall right now moving into western Bexar County, and this is moving just about due west to east. It's taking a little different trajectory than some of the other showers and storms that we've had, but it is moving quickly at about 50 miles per hour. So this right here, that leading edge of the next downpour, that's going to make it to Gray Forest at 10:11 p.m. Stevens High School at 10:13, UTSA by 10:16. So it's moving in pretty quickly. As for locations farther to the east, we can zoom in. And for example, let's talk about Schertz. Schertz, you'll get this next batch of rain at 10:42. Elmendorf, you've got the next batch of rain at 10:39. Let's not forget about Lavernia, 10:51, and downtown San Antonio coming in at 10:25 p.m. We'll have another look at authority radar, a 3D view of the hail from last night, and when this is all wrapped up in just a bit.
We should hear it rumbling outside before this newscast is over. Thank you, Adam. Right now, SAWS crews are at the Stephen M. Klaus water recycling plant, repairing some damage after a sewer spill because of all this rain, at least in part. SAWS says rapidly incoming floodwaters flushed a massive ball of grease and debris into the equipment at that plant, preventing further inflows. The utility does not expect any, quote, adverse impacts from that spill.
Okay, something else we're keeping an eye on tonight is power outages. Look at that map there. According to CPS, there are 13 active outages right now, and we know that about 440 homes and businesses have been affected so far. Switching gears now, new details tonight on a security breach at a San Antonio elementary school.
East Central ISD says a man found walking the halls at Highland Forest Elementary was not supposed to be there. Now he's facing charges.
Now the night team's John Paul Barajas walks us through what the district says happened.
Concerning as a parent, obviously, we want to make sure we send our kids to school to, get education and they're safe. But truthfully, the school's done a great job.
Parents at Highland Forest Elementary were notified Wednesday afternoon of a hold alert on campus. For 16 minutes, students and staff were in class with their doors locked.
This was issued because a staff member noticed an unknown male near the campus.
But an hour after school let out, a district spokesperson told KSAT that a man was actually able to get inside the school.
He was unarmed. No students or staff were harmed or threatened with harm. We believe that the male is a homeless individual in the area.
District officials say the suspect climbed a fence and made his way to the back of the school. That's when he started knocking on the door, and a student who was leaving the restroom saw him and let him in. They add it was only a matter of minutes before a district officer confronted the suspect, who then ran from the school and was eventually arrested across the street at this Mexican restaurant.
We didn't know what to expect because, we don't know if he has a gun or anything, It was a moment of rush and, adrenaline.
Staff at La Paria Mexican restaurant tell us when officers arrived, the suspect gave himself up. District officials say they believe the suspect was just trying to cut through the school, but he now faces charges of trespassing and evading arrest.
It could have been a lot worse, but the good news is that staff reacted extremely quickly. We will continue to retrain our staff and students on our safety protocols and procedures.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
It's also important to note that East Central ISD's 2022 bond has funds allocated specifically for non-scalable fencing at Highland Forest Elementary, and the district told KSAT that they're hoping to install that fencing within the next year.
New on the Nightbeat, at least 30 starving dogs found on a property in Atascosa County near Somerset. That discovery made this afternoon. Atascosa County Animal Control told us all of the dogs were suffering from some form of malnourishment. Our crews actually spoke with the woman caring for those dogs. She told us she really loves all those dogs. She was trying to save them, but admitted she needed a little help.
I got overwhelmed. I got overloaded with stray dogs. Atascosa had to step in to give me some help and give me some relief. In a way, I'm glad, in a way, I'm not. Because like I said, these are my kids.
Atascosa Animal Control says their priority now is getting all of the dogs healthy again. After that, it'll be decided if the animals will go back to their owner or if they'll be put up for adoption.
Now, new on the Nightbeat, a $12 million deficit could mean layoffs for South San Antonio ISD. Trustees voting tonight to give Superintendent Henry Izaguirre the power to lay off employees. Now, this is coming 1 month after that board voted to close West Campus High School. Izaguirre says the district needs to reduce 20 positions. And if that can't be done once West Campus closes, then layoffs would be a final option. By the way, West Campus is expected to close after the 2024-2025 school year. Tonight, we're getting more insight into how state law enforcement caught up with the man that you see on your screen, 23-year-old Romeo Nance. He's suspected of killing 8 people in Illinois, including his own family and siblings. Now, you're probably wondering if at this point police know why he did it.
Well, the police chief in Joliet, Illinois, outside of Chicago, says they don't know that yet. But he does tell the Night Team's Patty Santos how they tracked him to Texas.
Monday afternoon, shortly after Romeo Nance was identified as the main suspect in an Illinois mass killing spree, federal investigators tracked him in the Lone Star State.
The first notification I received from members of the command post was that he had just entered Texas.
Joliet Township Police Chief William Evans says the theory is that he was on his way to Mexico.
We suspect he probably was trying to leave the country via Texas because there really wasn't a reason for him to be in Texas.
Shortly after crossing the Texas border via I-35, investigators believe he went to a mall and stole Texas license plates to throw off law enforcement.
There was definitely a phone involved, but at the core of it, the federal agencies have a lot of technology at their disposal, and they were up on this guy for a period of time.
The manhunt eventually ended at this Valero gas station about 1,200 miles away from the murder scenes.
We've been told by our federal partners that the helicopter was used as he proceeded throughout the state, and somewhere around the Natalia, Texas area is where he made an attempt to stop at a local gas station. We believe he fled the vehicle. He had an armed confrontation with law enforcement, and shortly thereafter, he took his own life.
The investigation continues into the murders and whether Nance may have made any other stops on the 19-hour road trip.
I know that you've probably been asked this question a lot, is what was the motive for this?
Sometimes I think we just will never know.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
All right, back here at home, sorry to tell you this, but your energy bill is going up. We told you about this. CPS Energy's planned rate increase is going to go into effect February 1st. So customers can expect their monthly energy bills to increase by about 4%. So giving it to you in raw numbers, that could turn out to be an increase of about $4.45 to your bill. CPS is expecting to generate around $85 million from this move, and it says it's going to use that money to improve aging infrastructure and also accommodate our growing city.
Officials have ended their search for a man swept away trying to cross the Rio Grande. According to this tweet from a spokesperson with the Texas Department of Public Safety, it happened this morning in Eagle Pass. State troopers, Border Patrol, and Texas National Guardsmen able to rescue 2 men in distress in the river. The third man's body has not been recovered yet. Meanwhile, Texas says it's securing the Texas border from what the governor is calling an invasion.
Now, the state stepped up border enforcement days after the Supreme Court ruled that the feds can actually cut the razor wire that the state set up.
As a local leader tells the Night Team's Daniela Ibarra, the state's actions make a sharp statement.
Coils of razor wire stretch for miles along the border here in Eagle Pass. This city is one leaders have called the epicenter of the migrant crisis. Governor Abbott, he says this razor wire, it's meant to deter people from crossing over onto this side of the border. But we found it's really just slowing people down. This piece of paper we found right next to one of the razor wire coils here in Eagle Pass, and it's immigration paperwork from a Honduran migrant. Clothes, empty bottles, even the wire itself can be found just beyond the river. These migrants are men, women, and children, like the little girl who left this shoe behind. Migrant advocates say the razor wire is inhumane, hurting migrants. The Justice Department argues it makes it difficult for federal agents to patrol. This video shared by DPS shows even more barriers added along the border. Maverick County Judge Ramsey English-Cantu says he hopes this site makes migrants think twice about crossing through Eagle Pass.
You know, when it comes down to sending a strong message, you know, the state has definitely done that.
This field behind me a month ago was filled with migrants, and now it's empty. What's separating us from it is this razor wire. As for the head of U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, he says there's no timetable on when it might be cut. In Eagle Pass, Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Giving neighborhoods a voice, we're excited to bring you our latest installment in KSAT's Know My Neighborhood series. It's airing tomorrow during the news at 6. And next on the Nightbeat, a preview of the neighborhood we'll be visiting and the specific issues people that live there face every day. So we've gone on driving tours, we've gone on porch parades. For this episode, we're looking for common ground, or should I say common grounds. What is the biggest misconception about this neighborhood?
We don't seem to want to flourish. And by that means, I mean, people say, well, y'all don't go out to vote, you all look at your streets, but it isn't that. Is that we need to have our city councils people look at what we really need. Sometimes we feel like we're the stepchild because nobody comes over here.
What are some of the major issues that made you start the neighborhood association?
Here in the south side, you see, like, for example, Brook City Base area that has just flourished. Some of us that have been here for many, many years look at it like, hey, what happened to us? Now the community here wants some attention focused here. So that's what we're trying to do.
Why did you decide to stay?
It's the culture. I mean, you can go to any side of the city and not find what you find here.
All right, so tomorrow night, KSAT is going to take its 6 o'clock show on the road for an all-new neighborhood newscast. This episode of Know My Neighborhood focuses on the Harlandale-McCollum neighborhood.
Yeah, an area of the South Side that is rooted in rivalry. Harlandale Indians, McCollum Cowboys. Boy, that's not good. It's now coming together, though, these rivals. I'm going to be with Myra, Adam, and the rest of the KSAT team live at Don Pedro's on Southwest Military Drive. Again, the Harlandale Indians, the McCollum Cowboys. I want to make sure I get that right. You can watch on air on KSAT.com and on KSAT Plus starting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And that's the basis of this. They are rivals for 1 week only. But they come together because they know that this is a community that wants to get some of the economic progress that places like the Brook City-based neighborhood have.
What are you excited for people to see tomorrow about this?
I think that, what I hope people learn about the different neighborhoods that make up San Antonio, the different neighborhoods that make up our home. And they have issues with drainage. They have issues with schools closing down there and being concerned that their neighborhoods aren't growing anymore. And so all of these things kind of come together, and we have some fun too. As always.
Always. You got to have fun.
Got to have fun with it. Yeah, but like we said, drainage a problem there. They're probably experiencing it big time tonight with all the rain that we've been getting and
yikes. Yes.
Some hail.
Yeah, right now you see the wet roads right there, 57 degrees. And I believe we are going to show some video just outside of this was outside of our station tonight around 8:30. You see that hail coming down. And TV has a way of sort of softening sounds, but it sounded really bad in our building around 8:30 tonight. It was super loud.
If you're going to get hail, though, that's the kind of hail you want.
I was going to say, that's ideal hail, just pea-sized hail, insignificant tonight, not damaging, no problems whatsoever. Look how small it is there in Patty Santos's hand. Now, it was a different story last night, just south of San Antonio, especially down I-35, just outside of Divine in the Bigfoot area. Check this out. We had some wicked big hail. We're talking baseball-sized hail falling in parts of that area, even into northwestern Atascosa County. And the caption here on KSAT Connect, Not the rental. Yeah, the rental car took it. Our heart goes out to you. So sorry to see that. But let's talk about that hail that hit last night. This is last night, not right now, far south of town. There are the hail tracks of the two storms, especially the stronger one that moved through Pearsall and then just south and east of Devine. Here's our 3D view of that hail core, the purple being the hail core. I'll show this to you. This view one more time, reiterating, this was last night, not right now. This is last night after midnight up until 2 a.m. And to show you just how close this got to Devine, we can zoom into this hail core, just the hail part of this thunderstorm, fly through it, and we're talking just a couple miles south of Devine. So Devine, you had a very close call late last night from that strong thunderstorm that moved through. And then notice how as it moved just toward Poteet, it really started to fizzle out and lose its hail core and got rid of the hail. But as we were saying, if we're going to see hail, the kind we had tonight was the best kind to see. Pea-size hail, the insignificant, non-damaging type of hail. Look at our rain chances as we go through the rest of the night. And we really only have a few more hours of this rainy pattern, and then it all comes to an end. And I think by 3 a.m., it's all completely out of here, and then we'll just have some fog left over to get us through the morning commute with some residual moisture on the roadways, of course, especially in the typically flood-prone areas. Heavy line of rain moving into the west side as we speak. 410 right now. Seeing that rain move in. It's just a few miles from 281. This north-south stretching line that's pushing to the east at a pretty good clip at about 50 miles per hour. So we can draw this out for you. This is just heavy rain. Could cause some localized flash flooding on some of the flood-prone roadways. But as that heads eastward, making it to McCollum High School, home of the Cowboys.
There you go,
Steve.
Cowboys.
Yes. McCollum by 10:30 p.m. Even Castle Hills at 10:30 p.m. So that's just a few minutes away. This is all pushing eastward, and this is going to have a little bit of lightning and thunder mixed in with it. And I want to talk about the backside of this because this is moving eastward. So if we track the backside, which is in Sabinal, it's going to come to an end in downtown San Antonio by 11:38. This will come to an end in Stone Oak by 11:40. This will come to an end on the south side and near Elmendorf by 11:26. All right, we have a lot to get to here. Let's get right to this. Our futurecast really quickly showing the last little bit of rain moving east of here, and by 2-3 a.m. it's all out of here, and then we just have some fog left over for the morning commute. Drought monitor, a new one comes in tomorrow, and I expect improvements. But we still have this red area, the extreme drought locally. Look at the rainfall. San Antonio International since Sunday, nearly 5.5 inches. Smiley over 7 inches. Canyon Lake Dam about 5 inches. Sattler 5.5. Spring Branch over 6. Stone Oak 5.2. You get the idea. Good drought denting rain, but this rainy pattern ends overnight tonight. Aquifer up about 1.5 feet today. Here's the key though. Since Saturday, it's up nearly 7 feet. So this has been very beneficial. I know it came at a bit of a cost with some hail and flash flooding, but overall, we really need this, and the aquifer was drinking it up. 50 degrees in the morning with fog, and then we gradually see some sunshine at 64 in the afternoon. We'll be in the mid-60s in most areas tomorrow afternoon. Friday morning, I think some dense fog leading to the afternoon sunshine into the 60s. And then this weekend, cool mornings in the upper 30s near 40 and afternoons in the 60s and sunny. The rainy pattern ends tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, I forgot to mention Corner Coffee on Pleasanton Road is where we did that interview for the Harlan-Dale McCollum Know My Neighborhood series. So I want to give a shout out to them because they were great. The coffee was tasty too. All right, am I taking enough time? Am I delaying before getting to this game tonight? Yes, I am, Larry.
Yes, you are. Are you doing it on purpose or what?
Well, last time I saw the score, it wasn't so good.
No, it wasn't so good. But I tell you what, the Spurs keep fighting with the Thunder. We got some first half highlights for you coming up between this rookie showdown of Chad and Wemby. Plus, we got boys high school hoops, and it was a big win for Reagan's head coach tonight. Coming up. Wemby and the Spurs are taking on Chet and the Thunder tonight at the Frostbank Center, going on right now. After trailing early in the first quarter, Blake Wesley makes his first three-pointer of the season, and we're tied at 10. Down again, the ball goes inside to Victor Wembanyama, and he scores off the glass around Chet Holmgren. who tried to help. Didn't work. Later on, off a Thunder miss, Wesley throws it ahead to Keldon Johnson's slam dunk. The Spurs lead 20-19, but they were down 35-28 after the first quarter. Let's go to the scoreboard now for an update. And at last check, the Thunder were leading 83-70 late in the third frame. Wemby was up to 18 points and Holmgren just 8. All right, so Wemby and Chet are the front runners for NBA Rookie of the Year, and there's a debate about who should win it based on team records. Some argue that Holmgren should win because he's on the better team. OKC entered the night tied for best in the West at 30-13 along with Minnesota. Now Denver was percentage points behind them due to one more win, but also one extra loss. And the Spurs started today last in the Western Conference, 22 games out of first place. When it comes to stats, though, Wemby's numbers are a little bit better. He's averaging 20.3 points and 10 rebounds per game, while Chet is averaging 17.1 points and 7.2 boards per contest. After shoot-around this morning, both Keldon and Jetty were asked, should it go to the best guy or the one on the best team?
I mean, I'm not going to get into all of that, but I mean, I do feel like, you know, Vic is the Rookie of the Year in my opinion. And, I mean, other guys can feel different ways, but that's how I feel. And, you know, that's what I'm rocking with every day. So,
I mean, I think that you would know what my answer is, but it's amazing, you know. I mean, he's been passing, he's been scoring, he's been rebounding, he's been blocking. I mean, he's doing everything.
That's right, Wemby all day. After tonight, the Spurs will next play on Friday when they host the Trailblazers at 8:30 p.m. And it's another night of high-profile high school basketball games, and there was a gauntlet of great district games going over at Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. First up, the Lee Volunteers taking on the Clark Cougars, who have the top spot in District 28 6A. Lee's Logan Peoples with a circus shot and then a trip to the line, keeping this game close. And man, that was a tough hoop. But Aiden Bolden was knocking down corner threes for the Cougs. He finished with a game-high 9 points as Clark would hold on to win it 39-35. The game right after featured the Reagan Rattlers taking on the Marshall Rams. First half action, Eric Goodman will drive hard to the hoop, still gets the bucket to fall and a trip to the line. Second half, the Rattlers went to Aiden Richard, who went to work for a game-high 23 points. Reagan wins it 60-43, getting head coach John Hurst his 500th career win, who shared how special this is.
It means a lot because I'm on their butt a lot, but we tell them every day how much we love them. You know, for those guys to, you know, sharing that with me and to be excited for me and for my family, I don't know that I can describe that.
It's so cool knowing all that he gives to our team. He's such a selfless coach, and he comes in every day helping us get better. So it's just awesome to have that.
The Rattlers will next take on Lee on Saturday at 12:30 in the afternoon. And Jason Kelsey's wife wasn't pleased with his antics in Buffalo after the break.